It's been 11 long years since Torino last tasted Derby Day success. And with Juventus still smarting after last week's home loss to Fiorentina, this could be the Granata's chance to finally reclaim city bragging rights. What's more, Torino could end any hope of the Bianconeri qualifying for the Champions League, with Juventus needing a win and other results to go their way. We are up and running and watching this one alongside me is former defender Manuel Pascali. Hello, Manuel.
Good evening, Thomas. Yes, the derby is finally on, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Crucial one for Juventus, of course, in the race for the last Champions League spot. It is a huge one for Torino as well.
Boga, space opening up here. Has momentum gone. Thuram. Conceição. Conceição again. This is Boga. Locatelli. Conceição's found a little bit of space in between the lines. Now, Jeremy Boga. Trying to go past Pedersen. Jeremy Boga. Vlahovic. Now Weston McKennie. Boga. McKennie. Pagliari made himself big.
Yeah, Torino now under massive pressure. All compact, all the 11 players defending at the edge of their own box. And here Boga, when he receives the ball in the last 10 meters, 15 meters, is the player that can make things happen.
Boga's ball in, and at the far post it was Gatti, who has scored in this fixture before, couldn't hit the target.
First chance for Juventus, all the Torino players appealing for an out ball touch by Vlahovic. From there Gatti should have done better. Probably we don't know from this replay if the number 9 touched the ball with his right hand. From there Gatti has to find the target at least.
Thuram. Andrea Cambiaso. Here is Vlahovic. This is Jeremy Boga. Blocked. Now McKennie. Kalulu. Locatelli. Thuram. McKennie leaps up. Now it falls to Dusan Vlahovic. Desperate defending from Torino. They're really under the cosh now.
Yeah, that's the Torino spirit. Couple of fantastic blocks by the Torino defenders. Here Vlahovic had the chance after Boga.
Kalulu. Kalulu on the burst. Thuram. This is promising for the Bianconeri. Still with Thuram. Now Vlahovic. And Juventus lead. It's Dusan Vlahovic putting the Bianconeri ahead in the derby. So many question marks over his future. But the here and now, the present, is him scoring in the Derby della Mole.
That's what he does. Score goals. Feed him inside the box. He's gonna find a way to hit the target and find the net. Wonderful transition by Thuram. When he's got room to drive the ball forward, he's unstoppable. Ball inside, you can see here, square ball from Kalulu, and here Thuram, too much room. Found somehow Vlahovic. Too much room. Ismaili not tight enough. And then around 4 players, Torino players, finds the net thanks to a deflection, a crucial one that beat Pagliari for the opening goal.
Took a big touch off Enzo Boss on its way through. Wrong footing. Pagliari. Of course, Vlahovic be looking to claim that one. Ilkan in there quick. Gnatis. Vlahovic. Pedersen. Zapata. Did he just take it away from Simeone, I wonder?
Yeah, Pedersen is lively. Fantastic 30 minutes by the number 16 on the right flank. This is a decent ball in. Zapata obviously went for it. Was a little bit too high, so he didn't got the connection he wished for.
McKennie. Conceição bearing down on goal. Conceição. They get another stab at it. Conceição again. And Pedersen just lets it run.
Yeah, slipped the Portuguese winger. And Zufferli is giving a corner, I think.
Conceição. Juventus double their advantage. Kalulu. Locatelli. Kalulu. Vlahovic heads over.
Again, Kalulu providing a fantastic assist on the right flank. And from there, this is a wonderful, yes, maybe Ilkan is putting enough pressure on Vlahovic, but the number 9 at least has to find the target from that distance. And from that distance often means find the net again.
Cambiaso. Vlahovic. Now Kefren Turam. Came off Ismaili last.
Yeah, deflected by Ismaili. Yeah, did well against Boga. Kind of mismatch. But he defended well, the Spanish player.
Pedersen, mazy run. Obrador has a look up. Ebos, Gnatis! It's wide.
Positive by Torino. Good stuff. Because look at the ambition. Obrador is receiving the ball, but who's overlapping? One of the three centre-back, Ebos. This is a decent ball, and there, I think Gnatis did everything right.
Ebos. Vlahovic. Obrador. And Perin had to be attentive there, which he was.
Yeah, Obrador. He's got a fantastic left foot. We know it. Perin here is keeping the ball in his hands. That is not easy. Look, Zapata was immediately there.
Kalulu. And there goes the half-time whistle. Juventus in the driving seat, but it doesn't appear that it's going to be enough to qualify for the Champions League. Vlahovic then, his goal, the difference between the two sides in this derby della Mole. Second half on the way, but at the halfway stage then, it is Luciano Spalletti's team in front here against their city foes. Half-time here, 3-0, Juventus 1. Hello again and welcome back to the Stadio Olimpico Grande. Torino-Juventus emerging, and those very long faces are because whatever the result now, Juventus won't be in the Champions League next season. We are back, or about to be back underway, and watching the second half alongside me is Mamo Pascali. So as we said, nothing riding on in terms of the Champions League, but of course pride for the Turin City bragging rights.
Yeah, of course, it's a derby. You want to win it by incredible results tonight. Two Italian giants, Juventus and AC Milan, out from the Champions League next season. And what fairy tale, Como back in the European elite competition. Incredible. And Roma Gasperini, what a wonderful job he's done.
What a comeback from Gasparini's Roma, as Vlahovic is pushed to the ground by Casadei, no foul. I think over a month ago they were out of the top 4 as we play on though here. Pedersen, 1-on-1 with Cambiaso. Pedersen looking for Simeone, that full stretch there.
We said Pedersen was probably the best Torino player in the first half.
Now Cambiaso, space opening up. Here goes Cambiaso! And Pagliari tips it out behind.
Yeah, Torino losing the ball in possession there. Cambiaso, that is a decent save. Good try from distance. Pagliari's good save, diving perfectly on his right.
Locatelli. McKennie. Thuram. Here is Boga for Vlahovic. Back with Jeremy Boga. Conceição. Still with Conceição across. Here is Locatelli. Hits the side netting.
Good effort and a clever one. Tried to guide it in the near post. Positive from Conceição. Look, that's what you have to do. Try to hit on the near post.
Casadei. Ilkan. Conceição. Kalulu. Free gives the advantage. Vlahovic. Conceição through the middle. Conceição for Vlahovic! Really cool finish. Well, they may not be qualifying for the Champions League, but they are showing their Derby Day dominance once again. On course now to make it 22 in a row, unbeaten against Torino.
That's a top class finish, Thomas. Because everybody is thinking about maybe he's gonna take a touch. No, without power, just placed it. The far corner, look, wonderful counter-attack. Vlahovic, Conceição, and again, towards the number 9. And here, everybody's thinking, he's gonna take a touch. No, with the right foot, guided it at the far post. There is no chance that Pagliari is gonna save it because he's not expecting the shot to come so early. Wonderful by Vlahovic.
Well, are we witnessing the final appearance of Dusan Vlahovic in a Juventus shirt? If it is, he is going out in style and as a Derby Day hero for the Bianconeri. Pagliari beaten for the second time this evening. Now Conceição and Vlahovic on course for a hat-trick. Only had one this season from Marlon. Finishes runner-up, or just behind Lautaro Martinez in the capo cannoniere. Cambiaso now looking for Conceição with that miss kick.
Yeah, but now Torino has to stay in the game. That's a great ball, decent ball from Cambiaso on the back post area. Cambiaso decided to go. The only solution he had is a weaker foot.
Obrador. Casadei! Torino have one back. It is game on again. They are showing that cuore granata. They are not going to go down without a fight. Cesare Casadei on at half-time and on the score sheet.
That's Torino spirit. Thomas, and this man can score goals. Simple as that. And Obrador can provide assists. Wonderful ball in. That's about the quality. And this man in the air is unstoppable. If you leave him, he's gonna punish you. And now we got a game on.
In front of Urbano Cairo. Let's take another look at it.
Look, Cambiaso. No enough aggressive. Look, too much room for the number 22. Look, perfect timing. Great header.
We'll say it once again, have we seen the last of Vlahovic in a Juventus shirt? Still big question marks over his future with his contract up at the end of the season. Adams looking for Vlahovic. This is Che, but he makes the save. Then Gatti, only as far as Vlahovic. Prati now, and then Kelly puts it out behind.
That super goalkeeping by Perin, because it's a powerful shot from the number 92. Yes, it's maybe too central, but you need to react quickly after this powerful shot.
Che. Nkunku trying to go past home. Ebos and McKennie putting it out behind.
Yeah, Holm and Zegrova didn't have the impact that Spalletti hoped, and I think here Perin is showing his leadership. Switch on, Torino is alive.
In comes the corner, looking for Casadei once more, and it's gone in. They have battled back. Che Adams leading the celebrations here. From 2-0 down to 2-2. And Juventus fumbling a 2-goal lead. Things really going from bad to worse for the Bianconeri.
That's Torino spirit, that's this man spirit for the Granata. Again from a corner, an in-swinger at the back post area. Casadei again winning the aerial challenge. Good save by Perin, but there on the rebounds there is this man, the Scottish international. He's gonna go to the World Cup next June. Finds the crucial second goal. Look here, Casadei beating easily David. Too soft, number 13 from there. Che Adams finds the net, and I think there is a deflection by Holm that beat Perin for a well-deserved equalizing goal by Che Adams.
The two substitutes then leaving their mark. Shake of the head from Luciano Spalletti. The season really is ending on a sour note. Che Adams, of course, going to try and claim it, but it took a touch of Holm on its way through. And for Adams, his first goal in the Turin derby. The sweetest of feelings for him, and there is still time for Torino to go on and win this.
The difference in between the spirit, but now Juventus has to show something. They were 2-0 up.
Zegrova, Cup Miners, McKennie with the Dutchman, Locatelli, David, McKennie, little slip there from Casadei, and then on the volley from Manuel Locatelli, who's always leaning backwards though.
They're ambitious.
Nkunku. Flipped on by Vlahovic. There's Adams. Simeone battling away. Che first to that ball. Still with Che. Now Casadei. Adams held by Perin.
Torino is winning every single second ball. And had the chance from distance. Che Adams.
Now Holm at the other end. Emil Holm. And tipped over the bar by Pagliari. Excellent one-handed save from the Torino keeper.
Not a bad effort from the another former Bologna wing back. Hit from distance.
Locatelli for Zegrova. What a disappointing night for Juventus, out of the Champions League. And they also blow the chance to claim city bragging rights.